G'day everyone, we're counting down my top 20 songs of all time down to number 11 now, and certainly one of my favourite bands. In fact, if you look behind me, you can see their poster for one of their biggest albums. The band is Soundgarden, and the album, which you can also see written on that poster, is Super Unknown. And I've gone with the opening track off this album, Let Me Drown, which I love a lot of sound. In fact, I love everything Soundgarden did. And I've got a whole long list of favourite songs of theirs, but this is number one for me because it just encapsulates everything that was good about them. A real dark, brooding sound, but still, definitely quite an up-tempo rock number. That tuned down guitar sound, never more obvious than in the opening few bars or notes of the song. It's just amazing the sound that Kim Tail gets from those guitars of his. And this really is a track on which every member of the band shines at some stage. I mentioned Kim Tail's guitar, Chris Cornell's soaring vocals. He really was an incredible vocalist, and sad loss to the music world when he passed away a few years ago. Ben Shepherd on bass, his role in this song certainly not to be underestimated. It just really underpins the whole sound. And Matt Cameron on drums, some great drum rolls towards the end of this song. And it just all adds up into, I think, about 3 minutes, 50 odd seconds of perfect, grungy, classic Soundgarden stuff. The perfect opener, I think, to what was pretty close to the perfect album. Super Unknown featured strongly in my top 20 albums series, a long album, and features probably most of their best known tracks and most loved tracks. But this just kicks it all off perfectly, and it's loud, it's aggressive, but still has obvious hooks, radio friendly. Never got as big in terms of airplay or sales as a song like Black Hole Sun, which was fairly atypical, I think, of most of the album and them generally. And my favourite Soundgarden tracks tend to be this one, Rusty Cage, off their Bad Motorfinger album, which preceded this one, and a few other tracks off Super Unknown as well. But like I said, this one just sums it all up. It takes all those powerful elements of their sound and melds them together perfectly. And a killer opening to a track. It just reels you in and sort of belts you over the head, really, and never lets up. Finishes on a real soaring note too. Cornell's vocals sort of going to another level. He really is one of the all-time great singers, in my opinion. And Soundgarden are one of the all-time great bands, in my opinion. I don't reckon they ever sounded more perfect than in this track, the opening track of the Super Unknown album. It is Let Me Drown from 1994, the album Super Unknown, the band Soundgarden, the mighty Soundgarden. Check out the song if you're not familiar with it. I've got the link there. That is number 11 on this countdown. I'll be back soon with number 10.